Hello, I'm Peter Ryan and I became the Deputy Premier of Victoria after doing the Article Clerks course. I did become the Deputy Premier of Victoria, but I must say I was not the first out of that course to do it. A bloke named Rob Hulls did it first, but such is life.
Oh yeah, good on you, Peter. Well, I am Rob Hulls and I also did the Article Clerk course and I became Deputy Premier and Attorney General of the State of Victoria. I'm now the Director of the Centre for Innovative Justice at RMIT University.
Well, g'day, I'm Phil Priest. I did the Article Clerks course at RMIT. I'm a judge of the Court of Appeal and have been since 2012.
I'm Anne McMahon. I'm at the Victorian Bar. I did the Article Clerks course and it did change my life for the better.
I'm John Smallwood. I'm a County Court judge and I did do the Article Clerks course.
I'm Jack O'Callaghan, or John O'Callaghan. I am a magistrate. I was appointed magistrate in 2010. I did the Article Clerks course. I was one of the last of that group that did the Article Clerks course. I started in 1977 and got through at 1981.
I'm Annie Keeley and I'm the Director of Legal and Policy at the Australian Charities and Not-for-Profits Commission.
Hello, I'm Joy Elleray and I am a barrister.
First year was terrific. First year honours in football, cards and billiards, and the subsequent 4 years managed to do a bit better and actually got the exhibition in tax to my amazement. Have been paying a lot of it since, otherwise had a wonderful time.
Well, there's no doubt that the Article Clerks course at RMIT changed my life. I was actually able to study law. My marks weren't good enough to get into law when I finished school. I wrote and begged to RMIT to let me in. They finally did. And I was able to fulfil my dreams by doing law at RMIT.
Doing the Article Clerks course at RMIT changed my life markedly and for the better.
I loved the Article Clerks course. It changed my life. It enabled me to go to uni. It enabled me to practice law and to meet terrific people.
The thing with the Article Clerks course was that it changed my life in many respects. One, I had to settle down. I was married at a very young age, which caused problems later on, but very settled, enabled me to concentrate, just get on with life rather than get on the grog and do those sorts of things.
It's fair to say the Article Clerks course was a life changer for me. At the time, I wasn't even sure I wanted to be a lawyer. I didn't come from a family of lawyers. I was a country boy. I knew nobody in the city, which in those days, and probably still is, but was a bit of a hindrance to being a lawyer. I wasn't sure I was even intellectually capable of doing the course, and I did the course. Incredibly, I got through, and then went up to the country to Albury, and then Shepparton, and later on Morwell, and it was a life-changing experience in many ways.
Doing the Article Clerks course at RMIT was terrific for me. I was already working in legal practice. I got to go on and get the professional qualifications that enabled me to go on and have a really interesting career that I've loved.
Doing the RMIT course changed my life immensely, largely because it gave me the opportunity to, I have to admit, get out of home, move out of home, which was the done thing in your 20s, not so much now. But it gave me an opportunity to work and study at the same time. It meant hours, early morning starts and late night evening shoots, but I loved it. I loved the challenge and I loved earning some money as an article clerk in a legal firm.
You became well trained in the comings and goings of how to run a case. You were a very valuable asset in the law firm. It gave you a big running start for being able to be in the law.
It was a very practical course. I think it made me a much better lawyer. It instilled social justice values into me, and I have no doubt that the JD course at RMIT does exactly the same thing.
By the time I'd finished at RMIT and had done the law course there and the articles, there was nothing I didn't know about the way in which a solicitor's office operated. So by the time I went to the bar, I was very well prepared for practice.
Oh, very much so. Well, I think I found that the ones who completed it were much more employable when they'd finished their course, and by doing it where you're actually learning law while you're actually applying it, you get a far better understanding of what it is you're doing.
I applied for a position as a first-year solicitor in St Kilda Road, Melbourne, and I know I was up against a number of graduates from the unis, Melbourne and Monash, and I recall the partner saying to me, "You must know something," and that's because I had a practical experience as well as the theory.
I've got no doubt that doing the article clerks course made me a much better lawyer.
No doubt that the article clerks course at RMIT made me a much better lawyer. It gave me practical experience. You did lectures in the morning, lectures at night, tutes if you actually could get to those tutes. Some of us could, some couldn't. But you worked in a lawyer's office during the day and you learned some amazing practical things that made you a better lawyer all round.
The article clerks course did make me a better lawyer because it gave me a practical ability that I applied to my work, and I also met a lot of people in the various offices who were able to assist.
Made me a better advocate. Don't know about a better lawyer, but certainly made me a better advocate.
Doing the article clerks course enables you to practice law while you're studying it, and I think that does make you a better lawyer in the long run because you've immediately been able to apply what you're learning, which entrenches the learning better and brings it to life in a way that sitting endlessly in lectures can't always do.
Persist with it, because what the law does, and what this course in particular does, is it gives you a very good mechanism of thinking out problems, getting resolutions.
The message I'd give to students is to work hard. Put your nose down, your tail up, work hard and you'll get places.
I think RMIT is a fabulous campus, and I think it's a great practical course, and I hope you have as much fun in the law as I've had.
If you're going to practice criminal law, don't do it in Maul or Warrnambool.
It opens a lot of doors. I can only speak for myself and say that law it's been a fascinating career for me with the JD program and the respect that goes along with it, with that program. I think it will open many doors for you. So think laterally about your career. The JD program will open doors that otherwise I suspect wouldn't be open to.
I think doing law at RMIT is a fantastic opportunity, and from my personal experience I can say I've gone on and had a really rewarding, fulfilling legal career which continues to this day.
Don't forget when and if you ever do graduate and you're in a position of a new solicitor or new barrister, wherever your path may take you, remember that the staff and the support people that are around you in your profession probably know a lot more than you in the early stages, and humility is a real key. Remember that ego is not necessarily the way to win friends, and that you might find those people in your industry or in your world will help you throughout your career, for the rest of your career. So humility at all times.
Happy 10th birthday to the JD at RMIT and to all those students who are undertaking the course. Congratulations, it's going to be a life-changing experience. You're going to meet some fantastic lecturers, fantastic people who are involved in the course, and you're going to come out the other end as not just great lawyers but great contributors to the community, and I reckon you'll have some social justice running through your veins.